because the conversation we had last week, and I didn't think it was as big of a deal as you did, and that's why we brought Ian in and we had the conversation about, like, why didn't Chris Godwin text Mike Evans when he found out that maybe Mike was going instead of texting Baker Mayfield? Why didn't Chris know ahead of time? Why didn't Mike reach out to Chris? What was it about their relationship that wasn't, I guess, good enough, in your opinion, for that to happen? For me, I thought there was a million different reasons, and Ian kind of expounded on that, like why you might not reach out directly to a teammate. But Baker Mayfield was asked just this weekend about, I think it was on, we found out on Friday. It happened on Friday. We found out like just after the show, so we couldn't talk about it then. But he talked about Mike Evans and the fact that Mike left for San Francisco.
I mean, there's no way to sugarcoat it. It's disappointing to not have him back. Just the caliber of player he is. He's a Hall of Famer. Thought, deserved to be a Buck for life. Things happen, but luckily, him and I have a great relationship. We'll still be friends for life, and I'll be cheering him on, except when we play them, if it comes down to it. But for Mike to leave, it allows Chris to step up. He's always been an unbelievable leader, but for him to really take charge of that room, and for the guys that, with all the injuries that we had, a lot of guys played last year, so to also have J-Mac, Chris, and Emeka really, really healthy right now, feeling good, to lead those guys, and just to watch the steps that they're taking from year 1 to year 2 when it comes to Mac and Tez, and watching them help Ted Hurst out as well. So there's a lot of weapons in that room, and so when you lose a guy like that, you got to have a lot of people to fill those shoes. It's not just one person, and we have that.
It was smart. Distract. Talk about all the other things, all the other good things that are happening around us. We don't have to talk about Mike leaving. I like how he slipped in that he said, luckily we have a great relationship. Well, I still don't understand. If it's not Baker, if it's not the offense, who is it? Why did he leave? Is it Todd Bowles? Could it be? And a lot of fans are speculating that it's the fans.
Really?
Yes.
See, because I haven't seen that. And if you're listening right now, if you're a Buccaneer fan and you think that you're the reason Mike left, I'm beyond confident he'll never say that. Not that he won't say that, but he doesn't believe that. For me, I don't think it's the fans at all.
You think there could be a chance that he could believe it, but he would never say it, is what you're saying?
No, I don't think he believes it. I think honestly, I think Mike's an honest enough guy that he'd be, and there's a good enough way to do it, massage it. If you were Mike and you really felt that way, to say, hey, the majority of Buccaneer fans were amazing, but there weren't enough of them, or some of them weren't as good as others.
How does that help him at all?
I'm not saying it helps him.
It could only hurt him. Why would you?
No, of course. I'm saying if he felt that way, I think he's an honest enough guy that he might be able to say it. I just don't think he feels that way, personally. I don't think it's about the fans at all. And I know what he said about San Francisco. When you go into that building, we've talked about it, like that's the stuff you say when you sign somewhere. When you sign somewhere, you give them all their flowers and you go all over like everything's amazing. Everything you do, all your coaches, all your players, this is where I want to be. Like, that's what you do. So I'm not going to take anything he said positively about San Francisco and say that's a negative about Tampa Bay. I don't personally believe that. I don't think Mike Evans believes that. So if you're a fan who thinks that the Bucs fans are the reason Mike left, I think you're wrong. And I don't think you should feel that way. And I don't think Bucs fans should feel any kind of responsibility for how they were in the building or any of those things as far as Mike leaving. I truly believe, and I said this to you, I think last week or the week before when we were talking about this, I think the opportunity for newness was as big of a thing for Mike as anything else, right? Just like, hey, I've done the exact same thing for so many years in the exact same place. I'm at a part in my career where it's not always easy to decide to get up the next day or the next year for training camp or whatever it is. And the opportunity for something new is just going to give me like an invigoration that's going to help me at this stage in my career. And it's not about anything against Tampa Bay. It's really not even necessarily a positive for San Francisco. It's just something new to give me new energy at this stage in my career.
On the text line, he left for a better chance at a ring, doesn't like the Bucs trajectory. The Bucs trajectory for Mike could only needs to be a year or two in the future. So what you're telling me, because his career doesn't have that many years left, so you're telling me that the trajectory for now for the 49ers is better than the Buccaneers, which you can make the argument that they're better. I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you, I want to make the argument. I don't have to. They're better coached. They're better coached than the Bucs are as far as head coach. When it comes to quarterback, I'll still take Baker over Brock Purdy right now.
Me too.
And when it comes to the division, you think the Bucs are the best team in the division right now?
Probably.
You could make the argument that the 49ers aren't even the second best team in their division.
Yep. No,
you can make that argument,
especially after last week.
With the Rams, I think, are even with the Super Bowl champions in that division. I think the Rams are the favorite in that division. I'd have to go look at the odds, but I'd have to assume
Super Bowl favorites as well.
There you go. So there you go. Don't even have to look at them anymore. Thank you, Sammy Stats. They might not even be the third. They might be the third best team in their division.
I'm petrified of the Rams.
And now Jacoby Brissett's back for the Cardinals, so you just never know.
Oh. Breaking news. They say he's showing up to minicamp. I mentioned to Aaron before the show. I saw it on ESPN, and I'm like, does anybody care that Jacoby Brissett is showing up? Like,
Mike Evans.
Is that like a thing? Like, but I'm petrified of the LA Rams because Myles Garrett has been destroying the NFL with no motivation. And I'm not saying he's not motivated. Clearly, you're not that kind of football player. You're not that kind of monster. If you're not motivated, you just can't be Myles Garrett. But, like, what other than just being great, you didn't have a championship to play for. You didn't have even a playoffs to play for. Like, there's something I think that we're going to see from Myles Garrett this year that, like, I wouldn't be surprised if he breaks the sack record again because now he's doing it on a much better football team with much better players next to him on a team that's going to be winning games. You know how much harder it is to get after the quarterback when you're losing? You've got the best player on the planet defensively now on a team where he's going to be winning games. Dude, I'm telling you, I am deathly afraid of what that defense is going to look like with Myles Garrett on it.
And even before that, though, that team was strong. Now Myles Garrett, now you got to go, if you're Mike Evans, you got to face that team twice. You got to face the defending Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks, which that defense is very good, as we know. You got to face them twice. So you didn't choose all these, dandelions and beautiful things at the end of the rainbow, whatever the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
I don't think he was looking for an easy way out.
If he's looking for a better opportunity to win rings, and that's kind of why I brought this up from that text, that doesn't present itself to me as the easier opportunity.
But it does present itself with a team that's good enough. And we don't know. And certainly I think the Bucs have had a good offseason, and maybe Mike would look back at it now and think that they're better equipped to have a chance this year than they were. But if we go out and talk to just about anybody other than Buccaneer John, is he on the line? He would tell you. Buccaneer John, who has a better chance to win the Super Bowl this year, the San Francisco 49ers or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Tampa Bay Buccaneers, buddy boy.
All right, thank you, John. That was perfect.
They're going to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they're going to, Aaron. But outside of John, I suspect even most Buccaneer fans would tell you the San Francisco 49ers are a better football team and therefore have a better chance.
Hey, Dennis, who's got a better chance, the Bucs or the 49ers?
I'm going Bucs all the way, man.
That's a second guy.
That's my
There
team.
you go.
Oh, thank you,
we'll go
Dennis.
back to you in a second, Dennis.
Yeah.
Hold on.
2 for 2.
Yeah.
2 for 2.
Dennis is like, I want to talk about something else. Why
You know
did
what?
you bring me on for that?
82945, message and data rates may apply. Start your text with DAE. Who do you think has a better chance to go to and win a Super Bowl this year? Is it Mike Evans and his San Francisco 49ers, or is it the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? 82945, start your text with DAE. For me, it's the 49ers. And I like a lot of what the Bucs did this offseason. I think there's a decent chance that they surprise us, and they're really good. But I also need to see it first after the way they collapsed last season and the way that the locker room that we talked about having so much great chemistry didn't look like it at all at the end of the year.
Well, we'll get to those texts and we'll take your calls, 888-388-0957. But also we got some more audio from Baker Mayfield. We heard about Baker and the contract negotiations with the Bucs, and we got audio for you, and they may not be going as well as